Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 352.
It's moving day once again, so we got all packed up here in our deluxe studio at Riviera. Our friends got packed up as well, and unfortunately they are leaving this morning. Robert headed down early because we are going from one room here at Riviera to another. We're hoping we can go straight from room to room and not have to wait in the lobby. Robert got us all checked in and our room was not ready yet, but they were hoping it would be ready soon. So he grabbed a luggage cart and brought it back to the room. We put all of our luggage on there and then headed downstairs to say goodbye to our friends and have Bell Services hold our luggage, because the next room we're going to is a new type of room here at Disney. It is a tower studio. It sleeps 2 people, smallest room on Disney property, and we have to do a room tour, so we don't want all the luggage in there anyway. And honestly, we're not even sure where it's all gonna go once we're settled in the room. We dropped off our luggage at Bell Services, waited until it was time for our friends to leave on Magical Express, said goodbye to them, and then we decided to go get a snack from the little coffee shop here because they had a lot of different things we've seen. Every time we walk by, we see them, we're like, we're gonna get one. So Robert opted for the fruit tart, which looked really, really pretty. Not something I can eat, but it looked really pretty. And I opted for the caramel hazelnut chocolate profiteroles. These were so good. These were really light, which was great because it is still technically morning, but we're adults, so we can do what we want. We had dessert first.
I enjoyed the fruit tart, and I did not pick it because Alyssa couldn't have it, but I was kind of glad I didn't need to share because it was really good, and I liked that it was just light and kind of fruity in the morning. I didn't want something super sugary like the profiteroles that she had. After we finished eating those there in the deluxe studio, it was about time for us to check out, and we hadn't gotten the message that our room was ready yet, so we grabbed our bags out of here and got ready to go down to the lobby. We opened up the mini fridge to grab our cold items and take them down. We were gonna have Bell Services hold those as well. And the mini fridge was empty, which is not right because the mini fridge had food in it, both our leftovers from Topolino's Terrace and some groceries when we left to go say goodbye to our friends. So then we got really confused. We're like, did you move the food? No, did you? No. We could not figure out where in the world our food went. And that's when we noticed the dirty towels in the bathroom were all gone as well. So the best we can figure is that someone from housekeeping came in, didn't realize we hadn't finished leaving the room yet because we had a couple bags still in there, and started cleaning by taking all the towels and then getting the trash and getting the stuff out of the fridge before realizing that we actually were still in the room. So that was an interesting thing to find out. So we took our bags that we did have and went down to the front desk and kind of told them what happened, and they were like, wait, so your stuff is just gone. It was in the fridge, now it's not in the fridge, it's just disappeared. Like, that's pretty much what happened, yeah. So of course they apologized and they tried to get in touch with housekeeping to just find out what exactly happened. In the meantime though, they had us make a list of what groceries we had. We only had a few things like some bread and some jelly and stuff like that because we had gotten it to kind of get us through these next few days when we know we didn't have any dining reservations. And then of course we also had our leftovers from Topolino's Terrace. So they went ahead and said they'd take care of getting the grocery replacement for us so they could have that there for us later on today. And they gave us a credit on our room so that we could go back to Topolino's Terrace, which was way above and beyond what we expected. So we're gonna go back for dinner tonight at Topolino's Terrace again, and I am not upset about that at all because the food was amazing and there's a lot of other stuff I want to try.
At this point, quite a bit of time had passed through all of this, so we did get the text a few minutes later that our room was ready. We were so excited to check out this new tower studio, and it is just as small as we thought it would be, but it has an amazing view. We took pictures all around the room and then did a room tour for Facebook and YouTube.
This Murphy bed is a little bit heavier than some of the others, and I believe that is because the mattress is a little bit thicker than the others. We'll show you that as well. When you pull it down, you do not need to move the cushions from the couch. It just folds down right on top of it. Super cool. So that folds right down, and you can see it is a queen size bed, and the mattress is super thick because down to about right here, it's a pillow top. So really nice mattress on this Murphy bed. Not typical for the other beds in the resort, but here in the Tower Studio, they did do the pillow top. Up above the bed, there is a pretty painting of Peter Pan. We've got him flying off to Neverland with the darling children. And then on either side of the bed, there is a little cubby that has a couple USB outlets built in. So they're not over by the TV, but they are here beside the bed. And they also stuck one over here on the desk. So if you need some USB outlets, there are a few, just not as many as some other rooms would have. And if you'd like to see that entire room tour, it is linked down in the description below and up there in the corner. Once we were done with the tour, I did sit down immediately to edit the video and upload that. I also had some other work I needed to get done. So while I was working on all of that, Alyssa went down to the community hall to see what kind of activities are going on today.
They had pretty much the same schedule that I had seen the other day. Nothing was really new. Sometimes there are special things for the holiday, so that's what I was checking out. While I was there, they did tell me that a special holiday something was going to happen around a certain time, so I should go back to the lobby. Couldn't tell me what it was. I had no idea. I was just like, all right, then I'll come back at that time. So I headed back up and told Robert we did have to be done working by a certain time around sunset. So we finished up and headed down there. And sure enough, the Christmas surprise was Donald and Daisy. They were both out there in their Christmas outfits. They were so cute. So first we got to see Donald, and he was so festive and so much fun. Sometimes he can be a little grumpy, but today he was very happy and we had a lot of fun taking pictures with him.
I know. I love it too.
I love this.
And look at your outfits. I love it too.
Thank you. We both have sparkles.
Sparkles are the best. And so many little pearls. And almost like tiny ornaments.
And then there was the diva Daisy, who of course I was so excited to see. I love Donald and Daisy. They're such a fun duo. I know Mickey and Minnie are the main ones, but Donald and Daisy are a lot of fun. And Daisy always has the best outfits.
Did you like that twirl she did?
I
She did it
did.
again. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So good to see you. So festive.
And she was here look beautiful too. Little pearls everywhere. Yeah, just like decorated as much.
And I literally just now put together that maybe it's because Donald and Daisy are us, because I'm grumpy and you love cute outfits and accessories and stuff. So I think that's probably what it is. After we got done with the pictures with them, we did head back up to our room, and it was sunset time. And this particular room of the Tower Studios had an incredible view. They all have pretty good views, but this one should have a view of fireworks because we can see the park as well. And the sunset sky was just all across the horizon. So we took several pictures and videos here. It was beautiful. We sat out on the balcony for just a few minutes while the sun was setting before we headed back inside the room to watch the brand new episode of The Mandalorian. I've been waiting all day for this. We finally have a chance to watch it. When I sat down to watch it though, I had to get out this gift that I just got in the mail from Alyssa's dad for my birthday. It was a Boba Fett made out of bolts and nuts and screws and things like that. I have no idea where he found this, but it's super cool, and so I had to take a picture to send it over and tell him again thanks for the birthday present as we watch the new episode of The Mandalorian, which was the second to last episode and was phenomenal. I was on the edge of my seat and I could not imagine what in the world they were going to do with the final episode. It's going to be a very long 9 days between this episode and the final one. After it was over, we did have to get ready and head up to Topolino's Terrace for dinner. We had our reservation there. We got upstairs. They escorted us to our table, and then 2 servers came up to the table, and we were like, oh, one's like a server, maybe a server assistant type thing, kind of like Disney Cruise Line. Nope, they were both our servers this evening. In our section, they were actually experimenting with a brand new concept here at this restaurant where we had 2 servers, and one of them was really highly specialized and knowledgeable on the drinks and on the desserts. The other one was a total foodie and knew all about the foods and the different things going into the foods, the regions where the foods were from, and the inspiration behind the dishes. She interviewed the chef extensively, asking about all the different stuff. I was really surprised that they're trying something like this because it's not been done that we know of anywhere at Walt Disney World, and it was a really cool start to our meal to have all this information about the restaurant, the dishes. So when we ask for recommendations, it's not just, oh yeah, I like this item, but I like this item and here's why.
It was really cool finding out about different dishes. Now, they did have some other recommendations for the appetizers. I had to go with the ricotta because I loved it so much last night. So I did order that. We didn't take any pictures of anything that we ordered last night. So we only have pictures of new items, but I did order the ricotta. It was very difficult for me to share, but Robert got a little bit of it.
I did order my own appetizer though because I knew she really wouldn't share the ricotta very much. I got the root bisque upon their recommendation. This was really surprising. It didn't look like something I was going to love, but I absolutely loved it. It was kind of like a potato soup or like a potato leek soup, but it had a little bit of sweetness to it. I don't have any idea what all was in there, but it was incredible.
And for my entree, I went with the server recommendation, the chicken rigatoni. This was truly incredible. I absolutely loved the flavors in this. I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it, but I really, really liked it.
And I was thinking I would get a pasta dish as well, but they really recommended the filet, and I was like, well, I never turn down a good steak, so I'll take the filet. I do love that with the presentation of this, the vegetable that was laid across it looks like it came straight out of Pandora, but that didn't affect the flavor at all. The steak was phenomenal. It was cooked perfectly, super tender, and I love whatever it is they crusted on the outside of it because it was amazing. When it came time for dessert ordering, the other server came over and was like, okay, let's talk about the desserts we have here. And I was going to get something totally different on the menu, but after hearing about the different items, I changed my mind and went with the pistachio mousse. Now, I like pistachios sometimes, but not usually a mousse or an ice cream. I'm more of just like, eating pistachios type thing. But this was amazing. It was super light, had a great texture to it. There was a lot of flavor. There was kind of a hazelnut in the middle of it. I loved eating this, but I also loved hearing the story about why the chef chose the different flavors that they chose to combine in this one dessert.
Disney actually sent the chefs here at Topolino's Terrace over to Europe, so they were combining flavors from different regions, which is how they created this dessert. But finding out the history and the story of each of the desserts and even the entrees tonight was just such an escalated experience and truly made this feel like a signature dining experience. And I ordered the chocolate cake because I really enjoyed it last night. That was not one of the recommendations, but it's chocolate and I really love chocolate, so that's what I got. While we were enjoying our desserts, we actually heard the fireworks going off and looked over and we could see them going off above Riviera. So we headed out to the terrace and got some pictures out there. This was really awesome to be able to enjoy the fireworks. We had an amazing experience with the meal. Everything was so good and the servers were just amazing. So much fun to talk to. We really, really enjoyed our experience tonight, even more than we did last night.
I never would have thought having two servers would be something that I'd want in a signature restaurant, but after having that, I was like, okay, I could do this at every signature restaurant, and I feel like it would really elevate the experience. So we did stop and talk to the manager on the way out and be like, hey, that thing that you're trying over there, do more of that, because that was incredible. It really felt like an extra step up on the signature experience. After we left the restaurant, we did head back down to the room, and yes, we put our leftovers in the fridge, praying that they stay there this time. We don't have any issues with that now. And then we got ready for bed, and that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.